went down, guys.
Yeah, take a look back at the entrance here to the bus stop. There goes Goikberg. Just got too much of that first apex, and unfortunately...
They're really carrying a lot of speed. Let's go on board here and look up ahead. Takes in a lot of speed. Look how much of that Kirby eats. Just lose.
Stories we haven't told you about yet already on today's broadcast. Bang! Crash! 3 cars involved.
That's the AO Racing LMP2 machine involved there.
So to the era, it gets going. That's the 18 you see on your left, and the TDS number 11.
Like, oh, the Lexus!
My goodness.
That's either Thielitz or Mike Conway.
And that was into an LMP2 car.
It is the
it's
14.
the 14
behind the wheel.
Mike Conway.
This involves PJ Hyatt, Merriman, and Thomas.
Yeah, Thomas just made a bold move down the inside there of PJ Hyatt, and then there was a spin in sympathy there behind from Merriman.
And this take a look at this. Oh.
20 car just drops a wheel on the exit of turn 1 and spears it right in front of Mike Conway. As he said, nowhere to go.
Nowhere at all. Came right across his bow. Here's another look at it.
Well, he gets squeezed.
That was the Sean Creech Motorsport LMP2, and Dennis Anderson goes across in front of Mike. To race in the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship. Fellas, what's happened to Dan?
Oh boy.
Whoa.
Talked about it just a few minutes ago. The lack of ABS anti-lock braking systems in the LMP2 class.
Situation you're jumping into, so.
Oh, look at that. Huge wreck out on the track. Caution out immediately. That's the 11 car. Holy smokes, that's a big hit in the bus stop. What in the world could that have been, Jordan?
I mean, it's a hot day. Last week we tested.
I actually like Newgarden's approach. He said, oh boy, we've had another
off here just out of turn 2. That's not where you want to be.
That is backwards. A bad spot to be backwards right there. That's the exit of 1, entrance of 2. Does
33.
Nice job. Comes out. Let's see right here. We see another car off. I think that the Mustang is. I think that's the Mustang.
Yeah.
Just basically maybe off in the
grass.
To
head up onto the banking, Brian.
Let's take a look and see if the GTP cars coming through have anything to do with it. I think he does it to himself, Steve. He starts to drop in behind and just locks the rear tires. It looks like it comes around.
Yeah, this would be a great angle right here if there's any. No.
No.
That's really interesting. I mean, he's obviously on the brakes. The right rear leaves a tire mark, but.
It was mentioned earlier.
Course caution, and we are getting ready with the lights blaring through the Le Mans chicane there. We're ready to go back to racing here shortly at the Rolex 24. The race, they always have so many stories of the night to tell. And this is the Triassi Ferrari.
Off track, going slow.
At the back.
And then that was the
Triassi Ferrari.
That was the Ferrari getting hit from behind, we think, and then more damage here.
2024 Rolex 24. And this was the spin by the four. We just heard from Jenson Button. This is the car that he is piloting, the number 40. Dex imaging looks like. The 20, the high-class racing, the LMP2 car is off. This car was in the woes a little earlier. Seth Lucas is able to get it back in the right direction, but being here at the Rolex 24.
There's another young driver, Seth Lucas, 18 years old.
It's kind of uncomfortable, right? I don't think Klingman was uncomfortable at all.
That looked like he should be in a NASCAR vehicle on the high banks. That's how it looks like racing for the finish of the Daytona 500.
It's coming through that turn 1 bottleneck there. See a big stack up. The 20 cars involved once again. They've had a rough day.
In the same location.
Yeah, Dennis Anderson looking the wrong way. The 83 car, the Ryan Dames car, with Rahal Frey behind the wheel, has to take evasive action there.
I don't know what led.
Big stack up.
Not sure what led to the 20 turning around there, but
it's to the inside and just too deep. Can't get it turned. No ABS on these prototypes. You mentioned it earlier in the show, Townsend, to help you out there.
Mustang sampling Porsche.
This is what Button was referring to when Kevin Lee interviewed him. He said
side action as well as we hit the restart for the GTD cars. And 57 Indy Dodge, there was a spinner there.
Freddie shunned off. The Danish driver in that crew is the driver who normally sets the times. But young Tom Gamble also in the mix for the Inception race.
The Night Owls with Sacred Coffee stint nearing its end at very nearly 5:45 in the morning. You're tuned to RS2 IMSA Radio, and now there's a drama for Spike the Dragon.
And that has really scrambled. Is there going to be a replay that shows us anything happening? Well, locked up, going into the corner, very much on the left-hand side. The track was going to the right.
Checked in with the #1 Paul Miller Racing BMW program. Neil Verhagen in his debut doing a fantastic job, and he just got into the 023. He's been on the radio saying he's been blocking, he's been trying to get by him. Different class, but still track position. By the way, Sheldon.
Earlier, maybe they'll see it differently. Here comes the one popping out awfully late. Yeah,
you can see the ABS. I think you get into the ABS, the pedal goes numb. It takes away the ability for the tire to lock.
And there goes
it also takes away braking pressure, and you basically go straight.
There goes the number 12 Lexus too, so that moves Aaron Telitz up into P2 in GTD.
There was a lot going on there too, because James...
Brilliant restart here for our leader, the Brazilian Felipe Nasr.
And around goes the BMW. Contact for the 24. Around goes Jesse Krohn.
Looks like one of the LMP2 cars might have gotten into the back of Jesse Krohn there as he sits. And this is the most terrifying of situations as a driver. You have 30, 40 cars still coming.
To argy-bargy there, and here we see how the BMW gets turned. No. That's the 04 that turns him.
What does that mean for this
penalty?
Late race.
This is exactly the same scenario. Two cars, but different classes. Exactly the same corner, exactly the same outcome.